The enforcement behind this mandate is a forfeiture of up to $200. Today, I talked with local health departments and district attorneys to see if they'll become the new enforcers.
We've heard from a lot of different sheriff's departments, including in Portage County, saying they're not going to be enforcing this. Then does the responsibility fall on you guys? How are you going to be enforcing this mask mandate?
Well, that's certainly a question that we're talking about as we speak as well.
Health departments in Marathon and Portage counties say they have no plans to penalize individuals for not wearing masks.
Our first preference is to educate people about, the benefits of doing this. If people wear masks, they can prevent the spread of disease. That can, help get kids back to school. It helps keep businesses open.
Portage County's district attorney says he and others across the state will need to practice common sense when it comes to enforcing this mandate.
Like not lighting off firecrackers that leave the ground. We don't have law enforcement running around doing July 4th and that. But it's against the law to light that kind of firecracker off. And then for the masks, I have people in my own office here that aren't wearing masks. Why? Because there's exceptions.
The long list of exemptions include medical conditions, trouble breathing, disabilities, and mental health conditions.
If you see somebody in a situation not wearing a mask, your first assumption should be that there's a reason they can't.
And while people may not be out there enforcing the order, health officials are still urging people to wear masks. Still, if you plan to report someone for not wearing a mask, you would call the health department and not local law enforcement. Tom Lally, News 9, WAOW.
Thank you, Tom. Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald says he wants the legislature to reconvene this week or next to strike down Governor Evers' mask mandate. Fitzgerald said on WISN radio today that he was talking with Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos about overturning the order. Vos opposes the mandate but hasn't said if the Assembly would come in to vote it down, as Fitzgerald said that the Senate wants to do. As for the latest COVID-19 cases in our area, you can see those numbers scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
A local Facebook group is speaking out against the Wausau School Board's decision to go virtual. News 9's Natalie Sopyla spoke with several members of that group to find out what they want.
The group was formed just last week and they now have over 1,000 members. Their demand is simple. They want kids back to school in person.
Families are having to sacrifice between going to work and putting food on the table or educating their children.
Thousands of people have joined a Facebook group mobilizing to protest the Wausau School Board's decision.
We want the community in Wisconsin basically to know that we do not support our children doing virtual learning only. We need them in school.
A decision one parent says is vital for her own children's success.
They're not getting the support that they need from the schools, and they're not getting the support that they need from their friends, and some families don't have the support, the backup support.
Now the group is organizing a protest in order to call attention to what they say are the needs of many families and students.
My motive is to help the kids, get the kids back into school and give them the quality education that they need and that they deserve.
Those protest plans called into question last week when I spoke with School Board President Tricia Zunker. She says she called the police on the group after hearing that they were planning to protest in front of her home.
If people want to protest, maybe they can get a permit for the 400 block or something, and I say go for it, but not private residents. That's off limits.
But the group says they have no plans to protest in front of Zunker's home. They say they just want their message heard by everybody.
That's not okay. That's not what this is about at all. This is just about our voices being heard.
We want open discussion with the school board so that we can find some way to open the schools.
Zunker released a statement Monday, in part encouraging people to comply with safety standards so kids can get back into the classroom quickly. The protest will take place downtown this Saturday. In Wausau, Natalie Sopyla, News 9 WAOW.
Thank you. And just into the newsroom, a Marathon County committee votes to bring in outside counsel to investigate comments made in that group by Marathon County Clerk Kim Trueblood. Trueblood had several posts, including one about a potential recall election, where she acknowledged her position as county clerk. However, she said that she would help the group behind the scenes. The Marathon County Executive Committee is bringing in outside counsel to investigate whether this interferes with Trueblood's ability to do her job. We'll have much more on this tonight on News 9 at 10 o'clock.
Well, we made the transition from summer to fall in about, what, 4 or 5 days' time, Tony?
Yeah, but of course, this is not real fall.
I know that.
Yeah, we're going to go back to summer here before too long, but let's get you started with a look at those cool temperatures out there, and it's kind of enjoyable if you're out working or exercising. It's only in the 60s, 65 in Wausau, 62 in Rhinelander, and about 70 though for Wisconsin Rapids. And notice that we've had some clouds building north to south across the area this afternoon, but they're starting to break up, and that trend should continue throughout the night with a gradual clearing, and that's going to allow readings to really tumble. Here's what it'll look like in Rhinelander throughout the midday and afternoon. Partly sunny skies at times and a bit of a breeze as well. Right now in downtown Wausau, Covent Credit Union camera showing some patches of clearing taking shape, and temperatures will dip from the 60s early down to 46 in town here. Some of the colder outlying areas might actually get down to the upper 30s to right around 40. But hopefully we'll avoid any frost. That would be good news. And we are tracking the cool spell, but also a chance of a couple of showers later this week, so get the latest on that coming up.
All right, look forward to that, Tony. Tonight, we're learning 30 students at the Lincoln Hills Copper Lake School were involved in a disturbance over the weekend. Officials say the students filled socks with rocks and were making threats. They say the students were also breaking windows to get out of their housing units, but they never left the yard. One student had to be treated for injuries from broken glass. Lincoln Hills has been under scrutiny for years after allegations of mistreatment by guards.
Marshfield police say 2 boys have been cited in connection with damaging flags in town. A police report says an officer pulled over 2 juveniles on bikes after curfew. When the officer began questioning the 2, they allegedly admitted to being behind several incidents. Their parents were notified, and the boys were also being referred to Human Services.
Today was the beginning of a future new home for cancer patients at Marshfield Clinic. News 9's Addison Patten was there, and she has the story.
After the American Cancer Society's Hope Lodge closed right across the street, Marshfield Clinic acted quickly to fulfill housing needs.
Probably not. We started our renovations on Cattails Cottage, which is going to be our